Call recording is now on. I don't know if you heard the message.
Yes, I
Okay.
do hear that.
Okay.
So this is part 2 from yesterday's session. Yesterday's session we got through the basic installation, but again our LVM was not correctly partitioned, therefore we could not boot from it. But again, I just want to play around and try booting from the DVD to go into repair mode. I would like to see if we can still boot off that thing, just off the other FAT that we have. So we had a couple of things within that route that we made. We wanted to try it by label instead of by device mapper.
Right.
And there's also, a dev DM dash type of entry that we could have tried. But I like your idea. Let's flip the label.
So you sent out an email for that, but
And
you have the procedure?
No, we're going to just figure it out.
So
using the E2 label command, we will label those partitions, and then we got to modify the elilo.com and the FS tab to do it by label.
Okay.
I also want to do a make init RD within that route that we built. It's an LVM, and then move the init RD and the kernel back to the FAT that we're booting from. So again, our original root FAT is still being used because we did not get a partition table with a FAT on it on the root we built yesterday. Right. I want to go back to that, but I wanted
so we'll start on the label first.
Spend time on other things.
Yeah.
Also now, I want to get into a little bit of GUI interfaces here instead of command line. So I used YAST as an ASCII yesterday because that is the common denominator and the easiest way to get an installation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot faster.
I like it. It was pretty nice.
You have to get used to it. But today I want to try GUIs and stuff too.
Yeah, okay.
So you have X11 working on your laptop. We've seen that work. You've now SSH'd in with the dash capital X to the SMN. So the upper right corner there. I want to do a VNC viewer localhost :1. VNC viewer is going to be faster than firing up Firefox from that system. Localhost :1, 1 is the display. So it doesn't know how to find you. Did you SSH in? It doesn't know your display, so you're screwed right now.
Okay, so let me back up.
Exit again. Oh, yeah, the dash capital X there.
Yeah, so I had it there. So, well, let me back up again. I have Xming going. Okay.
Yeah, I know. But the SSH dash capital X might be a different argument on that flavor of SSH. I don't know.
Yeah, but I had it.
Go ahead, log in. Log in. Try Xterm. Okay, so your X11 forwarding is not working.
All right. So
let's go back to PuTTY for now.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. So give me half a second, go back to PuTTY.
Now remember, I wasn't sure about the -X argument. Uppercase says X11 forwarding, but I remembered other flavors having different arguments for X11 forwarding. So check on the SIGWin's SSH command when you get a chance.
Yes.
But since we're not actually using Xterm, we can fire up it with PuTTY, and we're going
to
that's
part of why I popped open SIGWin, because I wanted to see if I had it set up right.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay. So let me pop these open.
So now you're going to SSH dash capital X. You had X11 forwarding already set on that PuTTY from the other day.
Right.
We only need one.
I don't care. Let me do another one. I just want to pop
That's
up. That's
nice to have command line too.
Yeah.
But we're going, the way I do it is, if I'm doing VI or LS, command line is fine. I'm not going to go to a GUI if everything I'm doing is character.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I only go to the when I need graphical. But if I'm just doing VI, LS, PWDs, command line type of stuff, I'm just going to log in with SSH.
Okay, so I'm in.
We were going to try VNC Viewer localhost :1.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
You can do it from there, actually. Let's do it from there.
Do the viewer from here?
Just do VNC Viewer SMN :1. VNC Viewer SMN :1. Once the once the firewall is figured out, then we can run VNC Viewer on my laptop, and that's going to perform better.
All right.
Okay.
So life is better. Okay, so.
Well, I'm not saying it's better. It's graphical. That doesn't mean it's better. Let's see how response is and things like that.
Well, that's true, but at least I got like one piece of my tool set like working, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
and this will also allow you to get to the web interface for your ground and everything else. In fact, let's break out of there for a second.
Okay.
Just there.
Yeah.
And let's go to ground instead.
Went away again.
Do a ground-BMC :1 instead.
Okay.
Now again, VNC Viewer encapsulates the X11 traffic.
I'm sorry, you wanted me to do what?
Ground-BMC.
Ground-BMC?
Yeah, B, Baker.
Yeah, well,
Instead of SMN, the host name is ground-BMC.
Right, for the viewer you're talking about. -BMC, this guy, right? No? So
Ping
we're
ground-BMC.
Huh?
Ping it. Ground-BMC. Is that dash between ground? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's my mistake. That's my mistake.
What?
From where you are,
Mm-hmm.
to localhost again. That's my mistake. There's no VNC daemon listing on that IP address. Only a web browser.
Okay.
So VNC Viewer, localhost :1. Log in. Now, do you know what I mean by encapsulated network traffic?
Sure. What are you using to encapsulate it?
Well, Tight VNC is taking all this little protocol stuff within the desktop and encapsulating them into bigger packets.
Okay, sure.
Not doing wide area network packet exchanges for every keystroke and stuff like that. VNC Viewer is bundling these together.
Yep, I'm aware of that.
And that reduces latency and gives you better interactive response.
So
if I were just to fire up Firefox from the FCL server to my workstation, it's going to be extremely difficult to use and slow.
Right, right.
If I run that,
so
overseas, I'd be in England, and within VNC Viewer, it'd come up in 30 seconds, and outside it would take 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay?
I can believe that. I can believe that. Did you
So
compress
I am a person that likes to use VNC Viewer. Some people like NX. NX will perform better.
Yeah.
But it's not always bundled and convenient.
Right. I like Take VNC.
And there are different flavors of VNC as well. And I've had problems with them too. But go ahead in that desktop now, right-click to get your menu. Put your cursor inside the desktop, right-click, and drag down to Open Terminal.
You would think that'd be an easy thing, Dave. Oh, shit.
So what are we doing?
We are not actually either. Oh, is the response?
It was slow.
Okay.
It sounds like it was slow. Okay?
Yeah, the right click's just not seeming to be taking, or it's pretty slow. I thought it
I'm
would
not
be
even
whole.
seeing your cursor, but yeah, it's going to be slow.
It's doing a blinking thing. So this is what I mean about everything kind of broken yet. Okay.
There you are.
There we go. Wow.
So when you're doing this, like I said, it's going to be slow. You want to go to Open Terminal.
Yeah, but I thought I had it faster than this. But terminal and hub.
It will vary. It will vary depending upon network congestion and stuff.
I know.
So I have to have a lot of patience and sometimes wait 3 minutes before a keystroke is accepted.
Ouch.
Now, when the VPN is working, we should be able to run this on my desktop, and then I'm only doing a network socket connection that should perform a lot better.
So, what I didn't really understand Tom's answer to when we're meeting with Mike. I know
yeah,
he was
it's next day. It's December 4th.
Okay. All right.
Tom likes to joke worse than me. I think.
Well, I know, but sometimes it's like, well, what's he trying to say here? Is like, is he trying to say like this is never going to happen?
Yeah. No. Same with me, Mart. I will get terse. I'm not a very good writer. I kind of paraphrase and bullet list. That's what I did my whole life.
You haven't lived with Henry. You're not bad.
If understandable in an email, just stop me. That's all I tell people.
Well,
the way you slow me down is by asking questions.
At least you still use vowels. Henry Newman doesn't even use vowels anymore. He's just so busy.
Now do Firefox.
All right.
Space ground-BMC. You now have the graphical interface to your system. Okay? Log in.
Root?
No.
Root.
BMCs are admin.
Oh, yes. Was that the small or the lower or the upper for this?
BMC. Let's start with upper. Supermicros will be upper, Intels will be lower.
Okay.
So if it's an Intel box, not a Supermicro box, then it's going to be lower.
Yep.
Wow. Now the UVs also have a BMC interface, but it is a different rev level and everything. Just go ahead and cancel. So that's what was throwing me off last week.
Right, and I came in and I tried to upgrade that, and it
I know
upgraded, but
it doesn't really matter. So go up to remote control now. Right in the middle.
Just a little patience here while things catch up. Okay.
Console redirection. Again, it may complain. Go ahead and cancel. And try clicking on Launch Console. So, this is configured to allow JavaScript to run. Go ahead and hit OK. And now do a run. And you now have the console for that system. In fact, it's logged in. Okay?
All right.
You now have a desktop for your ground system. So you should be able to see BIOS. Everything that you saw on the screen when you were at Tom's is here.
Okay, cool. So how do we pop up the GUI here for it then?
What GUI?
I thought there was a Supermicro GUI into the BIOS itself.
We have to if you go back to, so this is the console, close it down.
Okay.
Not the tight VNC, but the JavaScript window that you're in. So go up to the upper right. There's right under the red X, the window that you're in. I know, your cursors aren't tracking right. That's a pain in the butt with Type VNC.
Oops. Okay, so where do you want me to go up? This guy?
Red X.
Oh, this
So
X?
down. The window that's in it, to the left. You see that X in the iconize? It doesn't track very well, but right, yes, now you're where I want. Don't
Okay.
close, just iconize. The next one to the left. Yeah, minimize is fine. So there's your web GUI that you're talking about. So from the web interface.
This is the guy that goes, yeah, okay. All right.
But to actually see BIOS, you're going to need to reboot. And then use the function keys to drop into BIOS.
Reboot the BNC or BMC?
So should we reboot the system, you might need to use this to drop into FS5:EFI. So I might have to drop into BIOS, force it to drop to EFI, and then boot off of SS5, the last FAT that's there. We need to fix that, but I don't want to fix that right now.
Right. Okay.
So that's the web interface, but again, you don't have direct BIOS entry. That is only available during boot. But you do now have a serial console and a graphical interface. You know, take a look where you were, by the way, the power control. I've had other boxes, Intel BMCs, that had an option there that said reset and stop at BIOS. That was a problem I had 2 weeks ago. I couldn't always get my function keys to work to get into BIOS.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time trying over and over and trying to get the serial console and keyboards working. And I was blown off by that thing saying it's not updated, and I never got a serial console like we just had.
Yep. I know how you feel.
So you do now have serial console. Now, I was going into the BMC through an ASCII interface,
mm-hmm.
but now you've got the graphical interface. It all depends upon what you're doing and whether you can handle that performance issue that we saw with the desktop.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let's get out of there now. Actually close the Type VNC for now.
Close the Type VNC into VCL server.
Off too. Oh, your desktop is null. Okay, so now this time in your upper right, SSH-X into SMN. Actually, it doesn't matter. Let's do VNC viewer to SMN:1.
Well, I gotta get in. Oh, I am on the server. Okay, so
VNC viewer.
Do VNC viewer to what?
:1.
SMN.
Yeah. Now we're going to get desktop on the SMN.
Okay.
Log in as root, secret password. And by the way, on XCL server, if you get its desktop, it's a single color background to make refreshing the desktop faster. So I'm not using multiple gradients and stuff like that. So FCL server, I've changed the desktop background to make refreshing the desktop faster. Does that make sense?
Idea. Yep, good idea.
That's why it's yellow there. That was the least offensive single color. So right bracket. Now keep in mind, there is an option. Can you click within Type VNC's right click up in the header or something? Not in the desktop. We want the VNC menu. There should be ability to get a VNC setup menu up there.
You know, I think I just need to. Okay, I didn't know if they had a dynamic one or anything. But
okay, we can come back to that. There's an option. Notice your scroll bars. You're not getting the whole desktop. There is an option to allow it to dynamically size so that you get the whole desktop and instead of scroll bars.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and sometimes that's handy. So there's a couple of options that I tweak within BNC Viewer. But in any event, let's open up and get Firefox. Or actually, let's go into the left window behind you for a second. The putty window that's to, yes. So let's SSH into the SMN. Again, I'm doing this because it's faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good. Secret.
Okay, we're there.
Okay. Now, here's the hard part. So let's SSH. First of all, do a CMC find.
Okay.
Okay. Try BMC uname. BMC space uname. I don't expect it to work. Oh, it did. Good. So we don't actually have to go to the CMC to do this. So now I want to do that again. BMC ifconfig, and then redirect it into a file. I'm getting all the IP addresses that the BMCs have. Let's edit that thing. VI it probably, or view. It's long.
Yep. Okay, so
the base IO's IP address is visible here.
all right.
So you see ETH2 down there?
Yeah. The 062?
So the 17220s. See the 17220s?
Yeah.
Okay, now find our base IO, which I11.
Which net is this? Maintenance or?
I'm not sure what the question is.
So ETH2, the 06 or the 172.20.0 network.
It's all going to vary from
which
node to
is
node,
that?
but there is one network that's to the house, to the public IP, and there's a second network that we're coming in from the CMC. So those are the 172s.
Okay. All right. Cool.
So
that was kind of the question. I just wanted to get familiar with them a bit.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no. So I just wanted to get familiar with the networks a little bit. So what are we doing here?
So in there, the 20s are the network that we're interested in.
Okay.
Want to find the base IO blade IP address for the BMC on Thought 2. So Thought 2 was towards the end. We want to find I11B04.
Did we have that in here?
Yeah, there you are. 11B04. Search on 11B04.
So where am I searching on that? Like
11 slash, no, in that file you're in.
in this file it's going to be listed? Yeah, okay.
11. No, just do 11.
You just want to do I11
B04.
You want to find that? Oh, okay.
Okay, so the BMC command gave the host or the brick ID there, and then the output. Now, I also could have done quote, uname, colon, that sort, semicolon, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But we need the 20 network.
So we need this network, the 058.
There you are.
Okay.
So the BMC Thought 2 is on 172.20.48.
Okay, hang on a sec.
So for any BMC, when you find the 172.20, there's a web interface listening there. Okay?
Yep.
I don't want to guarantee there's always ETH2 or anything like that. I'm just looking for the 172.20. That's all I was looking for this particular blade.
Yeah.
So now go to your desktop again.
Okay, just a sec. Okay. All right, back to the desktop.
And we're going to bring up Firefox to that IP address you just determined.
Oh.
Yesterday we were using IPM, or we were using just the UV-Con and stuff like that. Oh, you're being lazy.
Well, I'm testing cut and paste, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, don't forget the tab key.
Oh yeah. What would that do for me here? So if I
FIR tab.
Okay, so I just did an F tab, and that okay, Firefox.
And if there's more than one possibility, 2 tabs will give you your possibilities. So,
yeah,
not disagreeing with your technique. I'm just trying to get you to use the tab key more.
Oh, well, yeah, you know, a friend of mine was always pushing that, and I never really did it much then.
But it saves human error. .48.
Yeah. So just bring him up.
Yeah. Now this 172 subnet's only on the SMN. Okay.
Right.
You won't get it from FCL server. That 172 subnet is a private subnet between the SMN and the BMCs and the CMCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Now the BMCs get that IP address we just had, the 172.20.48, from the CMC. And then the CMC gets its IP address from the SMN.
Yeah.
This SMN is an appliance. You're not to touch anything in it.
Okay.
It's been configured, DHCP, all that sort of stuff. You don't want to go in and start trying to multi-purpose it because it's been specifically configured to handle this CMC BMC subnet. Okay?
Awesome. Yep. So as an appliance, you basically want to do everything through the GUI here, right?
So now we're going to log in as root with the secret password that's not so secret. Easiest to crack in the world. How people could be that stupid, I don't know. No, you're not in the right secret password.
What?
That looks like it might. No, it's only going to be 4 letters.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say it on a recording.
No, well, 4 letters, you said. Oh, okay. No.
Root.
That's what I just tried.
Okay. Maybe you got cap locks or something else. It's not liking it?
Not liking it.
There's something else going on.
So I went SGI. I tried the longer secret password.
Let me see what I can get.
And so yeah. Let me try this again. Not.
Okay, I just logged into the SMN through VNC Viewer. I'm going to bring up Firefox now. It's already running. Why don't you quit out of Firefox just for a second? Let me just see if I can get logged in.
Okay, I'm out of Firefox.
Yep. Oh, you know what? My mistake. That was the CMC password. We're logging into a BMC. I'm going to give it back to you.
Okay.
Go ahead. You take it back. Bring up Firefox again.
Coming up. All right. What we got?
I guess I need more coffee too. Admin. We're logging into a BMC, not a...
Okay, caps or
Yes.
small?
These are super micro motherboards.
All right.
Oh, I didn't like that either. Try lowercase admin. Let me see if I can find my notes.
It does find that, and like somebody else's, yeah. No, yes, we're in.
Lowercase admin. Okay.
Yeah.
You get my technique? Uppercase admin or lowercase admin.
Yeah, one or the two. So just,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Pretty awesome security.
Oh, now you are getting the console, except lower left of that. There you are. This is a real security issue. I was complaining about this all the time. A lot of sites are not going to allow a secure site taking a JavaScript and running it. That's a real violation. So you do have now the root console. Let's go to remote control there. You can see it's a little bit different than the other BMC.
Console redirect again. Dave?
So up till now, IPMI tool and UVCon was a ASCII way of getting to things. Now I'm showing you a web interface. Go ahead, Java console.
I thought you cut out there for a bit.
Now, I got to show you this, but SUSE system has to have JavaScript enabled. But go ahead, open is okay. And then accept.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a refresh or something. I was mucking with the console stuff, and that might be the reason we're not actually getting anything here. It's saying remote console started down in the lower left, but I don't see any sort of true console coming up. So we're going to have to look at that. The console equals TTY on the boot parameters. I was tweaking for ASCII command line. Because remember, it was complaining about the Java not being current. Okay, I want to do something else now. Lower left corner, computer. Click on that. See Control Center? Click on Control Center. And I think it should be miscellaneous or other. Go to other.
Where are you seeing other? Here.
Try that. There we are. Java plugin control panel. This is not under YAST, only under Control Center. Click on that sucker. I've already enabled it, but down, the blue on the bottom.
Oh, wait on there. Sorry. Okay.
That's okay.
The other section. Yep. All right. So
this is what controls the running of this JavaScript stuff.
Okay.
So the browser has to be Java enabled, but then this is going to allow Java to run. Look at security. Yeah, either would have done. That's fine.
Yeah, I was just reading it. I'm sorry.
Notice that I have allowed the .48, which was probably deep 1 or something like that. So anyway, let's quit out of here. I'm kind of done with this right now.
Okay.
I just wanted to show you the web interface.
Yep. Way cool.
Now, leave that console. Oh, is that iconized, or did you kill it?
I killed it. Oh,
okay.
Well.
Let's move forward.
All right.
Let's just move on. So I just wanted to show you the web interface. So we use VNC Viewer to get X11 because that's quicker than Firefox back. And then we pointed Firefox to the BMC on ground and also to the BMC on Thought 2.
Right. And I can bring I can bring it back if you want.
No, we don't need it. It's going to be slower.
Okay.
It's not within my procedure here.
Right.
But the next time we rebuild Thought 2's SDA, you could use the GUI instead of the ASCII.
All right.
Or if you're installing Windows or RHEL, you're going to need that GUI.
Yeah, you mentioned that, so I'll find that out.
Yeah, if and when we get to those.
Right.
So that's how I can get a graphical interface off the BMC.
Cool.
What I kind of wanted to do on that UV was to actually reboot and see the console message. Let's do that again anyways. Bring up your console again, your VNC viewer. Let's watch it through the GUI. Log in, root, secret. Then Firefox, you'll hit right-click if you want. Bring up a desk menu and open terminal. You could also put an Xterm or GNOME terminal icon on the desktop and just click on that. There you go. You're doing good now.
It's easy when you just hit the up arrow and it's all there.
So
Okay.
admin sounded like it was lowercase. Then get the console again. The console was dead, and I just want to see what's going to happen here. So I accept the risk. That's just for the summary icon that you got in the lower left. So it's a real small picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now go up to remote control, console redirection, and let's get the actual console. Yep. Okay, now I am going to be lazy. Go to the window behind on the left, the SMN window that you got with the VI. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do a power reset P4. Now this is hard on the OS, and if any users on it, they're going to be pissed. But nobody should be on Thought 2. Go ahead.
All right.
I want to see if anything happens in the window behind you. So bring up your web. Yeah, we don't care about the power command anymore. Let's just see what happens on this console. And at some point, we need to get back to ground-BMC and make sure that reboots without me having to boot it off of EFI.
Yeah, I
don't know where
but it keeps
Joe
slipping
is.
down. You know, priority-wise, it keeps kind of falling down further. But yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. The right window behind you, the black-white window behind you on the right. Oh, that's where we brought up VNC Viewer.
Yeah.
Bring up another window.
All right.
Another putty is fine. Did you have any nightmares about the edit command?
I have been in that command and not been able to get out.
Yeah.
That's the extent of my experience with that.
And then if I can, I will just do a power reset. You don't have a root mounted, so you're okay. And then I try again. And again, I try using Xterm instead of anything else, putty or GNOME terminal. So we're SSHing to, it's just going to go to SMN, SSH root at SMN. And let's do a UVCon P4. The left window where we did the power reset. Let's bring that up. Let's do a watch BIOS-S.
Ouch. Sorry.
This is where my wife says, why do you need 10 computers? I say, there's not enough desktop space on one. Break out of there. S for status.
I'm sorry. I knew that. But I heard F, and so I'm blindly following.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. This is how we learn.
Oh, yeah.
I deliberately learn from mistakes. First time I got off the jet in Paris, I got into a car and drove around Paris all day getting lost. I learned a lot.
I did that in Austin. So the first time I got to Austin, I took the map and just put it away and took the back roads to my hotel in downtown, and it took me forever, but it was fun.
Yeah, and then after it's all done, I'll go back to the map and retrace and say, oh, here's what happened and stuff.
Exactly.
This is just exploring. So I see Jerry U screen coming up. We should get our console in the lower right here coming up real quick. But I'm more interested in the, okay, so there we're getting the console. Okay, now get to your web interface behind. So we want to know if we're getting keystroke action in there. We're going to hit a space bar.
Oh, in here, right? Right now?
Yep. See if it responds to you.
Look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure why we didn't have a console before, but I don't care right now. So I'm going to move forward.
Okay.
So I didn't want to boot with the current root because I want to play with repair and rescue. Okay?
All right. Yep.
So let's go down to boot manager. I want to take a look at this bad root we built, even though we can't. And go to network. Now, this is still DOS and stuff, so if you were in the EFI, you still have the Control-H problems. Hit Tab key. Hit the Tab key. So that stopped it. But it would have defaulted with the top of the list.
Right.
So go ahead and hit Enter now. So sometimes I like to have the SMN command on the left. So notice I'm not getting any console output. It's all in the, down there. So because they're redirecting, we don't get the serial console. And we can change that. We can add, you can actually have more than one console equals. But let's just see what happens within the web interface versus the UV-con command.
Not much. Loading kernel, loading file.
Not yet. And I don't expect it because the console is being redirected.
Right.
And you got to be a little careful. BIOS has COM A and COM B. Sometimes it's going to both, too, but sometimes it's only going to one of the COMs. So COM A or COM 0, and then COM B or COM TTYS0 versus TTYS1. And then there's TTY0 as well. So what's in the GUI is probably TTY0.
Yeah.
And definitely what was in the UV-con behind you was a TTYS0. That one.
Yep.
And this is where you're going, where'd my output go? What's happening? I'm hung.
Yeah, right.
If I can't see that output on the right or output on the left, I'm screwed. So that's what we still need to sort out on ground.
Right. Okay. They're not pushing very hard on ground yet. I'm still waiting on Joe to give me some
I know.
guidance on what he wants. So if they're not pushing hard, we'll get this all together and have it all set up for them by the time we get to it. Yeah.
But that's
so
the
I'm
one
not
thing
that
we
worried
got
about.
The auto boot.
So I was thinking about turning on hyperthreads on ground too. I don't see why
No,
not.
let's not.
Why?
We don't need them yet.
True. But if we need to expand up, you got a problem with it?
We'll see then.
Okay. All right. I'll
sharing
ping you.
Stuff. It's good for short bursty stuff, web browsing, stuff like that, but we are in the habit of turning them off. And particularly in a large CPU system, one of the problems that we're going to have to deal with Gaia is they're not used. Oh, good. We got something happening on the console.
We do. The only reason is because it's ground and not like the other systems is why I was thinking about doing it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that, but we generally turn them off. But what I was saying is more CPUs, the Java garbage collectors will fire off a thread per CPU, and if you got a 4096 CPU system, you're going to have storms going on. Hadoop, for example, you can periodically see these things, and I got to get the information on how to clean up those garbage collectors so they're not spawning one per CPU.
Well, that's got to be a Java thing, doesn't it?
Yes.
So should be a way.
I don't know what happened to the GUI issue. I don't know that we're actually going to be using that here. But again, that's all based on the console equals.
Yeah, so last night the best thing I could do with Thought 2 was just boot into the OS that was there on B.
On which?
Wasn't that SDB that had the existing OS?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So when I finished last night, that was the best I could do. When I broke in there, that's really the only option I had.
Yep. I wanted to play with that a little bit. We wanted to try by label and also do a make init RD within that LVM environment and make sure the make init RD has the LVM software needed. So we're booting off the FCL server to, you can go rescue mode, or in my case, I'm going to go into repair mode. So tab to back. Again, we're not using DVD, so always back. English, I can't understand anything else.
Right. Start
installation. Now you're not actually starting, and again, with SLES, you don't step on anything until that final screen that says you're really going to install now.
Right. So you want to continue with the start installation then, or go to rescue?
Installation.
Stay here.
I could have tried boot installed system, but I want to go to start installation.
Okay. All right.
Network.
Do the network and
NFS.
All right.
And when we see it loading, okay, so that's good. Notice we have different NICs now. So I want to stick to ETH0 still.
Okay.
Automatic, yes, that's fine. We could go static as well. We could tail FCL-servers varlog messages to see this happening, assuming there's no SSH storm attack occurring.
We've got to do something about that.
Yeah, we got to get the VPN working. I mean, I tried, Tom tried, you tried.
Right.
Close, but no cigar.
And I'll poke at it a little bit again, but yeah, until we hook up with Mike, I don't really want to do much.
Sure. No, I agree. Go ahead.
Well,
what do you want?
I feel blind, right? I've hit kind of this blind where I can't see what's going on to really figure it out. Because I can't get any report out on this, and the Juniper side is lacking in verbosity.
Oh. But moving forward with here, what do we got for an NFS server?
Okay, so, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It got me. I was thinking of other things. 10.1 10.15, right?
Yep. I'm just making you back on task and think. Hit enter. I'm not sure if the spaces are going to bother anything, but hit enter.
There we go.
Install +11-SP3.
Oh, that's right.
You can always LF.
Boy, I got to get this keyboard working because working off this laptop is just a pain.
Uppercase CD.
I'm going to CD1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you can LS, but basically that is the installation DVD mounted and copied to that location. The install /11-SP3 is the convention I personally chose.
Okay.
Can't mount it. Uh-oh.
I might
okay.
have fat fingered something. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
Oh, no repository found.
Go ahead.
All right,
Okay.
we'll try it again.
Yeah.
Here. Here.
That's okay. Thought 2, that is its IP address.
Okay.
You went static, but that's okay. We're in the
Oh,
static.
I did go static. Okay.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay
So
too.
static wise, search domain.
Not doing any
anything?
domain searches. You can
Okay.
just, that's fine. So now you've seen what static looks like. That's okay. That's okay.
That looks good. Install plus 11-SP3.
Looks like you got spaces again.
And it's a space is killing me. Okay.
I'm assuming. I don't know.
All right. It is.
So at least it got an IP address. We saw that. It's getting the installation system.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. Hit enter. I got a kick out of Tom putting the escape key on the back side of his door.
Yeah. Well, he anticipated you so well.
Yeah.
You know?
I've got a little cartoon I had next to my laptop that said I keep pressing the escape key, but I'm not in the tropics yet. Okay. I don't know what happened here. We didn't really want to get to this, so we need to abort. Let's we should just reset, I think. Let's do it again for practice.
Just abort here?
Power reset.
Oh.
I wanted to go into repair. Oh, no, wait a second. I'm sorry. Let's go next. Agree and go next. I think I may have to go through the screen anyways. Tab to I agree. Oops. Yep, select. Space. There you go. Tab to next. I wanted to go into what I was looking for.
Yeah. Hit the wrong button. Next.
Maybe not. Let's see what we got here.
Well, I went next now. So, okay.
Hit OK.
All right.
I think this is just going to come up to our setup screen.
I think so too.
So I missed something when we were actually in the screens before. Repair. Let's tab to repair. That's not what I wanted, but tab to repair. Select it. Oops, up one. That's fine. Yep, space.
There we go.
Next. This is not what I wanted to do, but we're just exploring.
Okay, all right. But this will get us there, won't it?
We'll see. Okay.
Okay. What's that?
Go ahead and select OK.
All right.
Again.
Okay. Gonna probe the hard disks. All right.
Yeah, this is what I wanted. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just look at it. I don't want to do automatic repair right now. Go to customize repair.
Okay.
Automatic repair is going to go into FSCKs, and with the large SATA drives we have, it will be sticking there for a long time. So go ahead and hit enter.
Okay.
Oops. Okay. I don't know what happened here. Hit OK. And up arrow, tab, something like that. We need to refresh this thing. So start, what was the one below it? Next one, down arrow?
Start rescue session or start installation or update?
One in between.
Huh?
There's one in between.
Where?
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Boot installed system. That's the other
Do a Control L.
Didn't do much for me.
Yeah, that's okay. We're not actually in the AST yet.
Okay.
Up arrow to start installation again.
All right. Okay, enter that.
Okay. Hit OK.
All right, network.
And we got to do this again. Network.
Keep this,
yes.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay. Okay, it seems to be taking it. No new driver updates found. Okay. Oh, now where are we going?
We're going to bring up YAST.
Starting YAST. There it is. Yeah.
Now, when you're in this YAST, Control L will refresh things.
Okay.
We want to get back to that repair system. Tab, do I agree?
Next.
Yep.
Okay, probing. Boy, I feel like we've been here before.
We have.
I know.
Repetition, you're going to get sick of it, but it'll be second nature after a while, just like
okay, USB storage, okay.
Did you see what happened in Minneapolis?
About what?
A car drove through a group of protesters on Lake in Minnehaha.
What?
Drove over some woman, broke her legs.
No way. Repair?
So we want to go to repair.
All right.
Space bar. I don't know what happened last time, so next.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see where we're at.
Maybe it has to do with that route that is screwed up.
So they did it like intentionally, or it was an old man that lost control, or?
They haven't said.
Wow.
But once they were in the crowd started attacking them, so he tried to drive out of the crowd.
Oh.
And ran over somebody in the process.
Oh, well. Okay, so we're back to here again.
Let's go to Expert Tools.
Yeah. I saw a YouTube video. There was a guy in New York this summer that had his family in his car, in his motorcycle gang, or group of motorcycle people, passed him, except they
I saw that video too.
So it reminds me of the same thing. This guy just totally panicked, thought he was going to die.
Yeah,
and he ended up riding over the motorcycle and stuff.
Yeah.
Bad choice, but boy, oh boy, they panicked him.
So anyway, we're into Expert Tools. Go down to Boot Installed System.
Okay.
This is how I'm booting Sandbox because I had grub problems.
All
so
right.
let's see what happens here.
Reading system settings.
I'm just wondering if this will bring us up on that LVM route, if it can find the LVM route.
Confirm
That's
driver
okay.
activation, okay. Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah, all right, right. 5, multipath.
That's okay.
DM mod, okay. DM
That's
snapshot.
okay. So it must have found LVMs out there and had to load DVM, device mapper kernel modules.
So you think it found the LVM we set up yesterday?
I think so. But what's it going to boot off of?
Right.
So it's not booting off of it. It only found the one. Okay. I can tell by the messages earlier had KVMs trying to start up that aren't really there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one of the repair options. We'll let this boot, and then we'll try to repair from this route, which would be the same thing as going single user or rescue.
Oops. Sorry, need to do that in the other screen.
Oh, hang on here. What's this? Sherrod's called something at 11:30, and it's 11:30. Let's stop this session.
Okay.
Stop the recorder, and let's join this con call.
All right.
And then a break after this con